Good morning, everybody. There we go. We are set up and ready to go. It is Tuesday, and I am heading into work. I have no idea what the date is. Sometime in January. I think we're like midway through January. I never know what the date is. I'm so stupid. Let me get out of my driveway here without hitting anything. So anyways, it's Tuesday. We are in January. These are your morning announcements. And we still haven't had any significant snowfall. I mean, we've had some dustings here and there, making it all pretty, but usually by now we have piles of snow everywhere from plows coming through and pushing the snow up onto the easements, and there is nothing, no snow. We haven't even had a deep freeze, like below zero temperatures, nothing. And usually by now we've had at least a couple below zero days. And usually in January we have like a whole week where it's below zero, and nothing is happening. And normally I should be grateful for this, because getting like feet of snow at a time can be a big pain in the butt, and it makes my job more difficult at work, because everything gets messy a lot faster, so I have a lot more cleaning to do. And it's kind of when salt, we throw salt down on our roads to melt the ice, because it gets so cold here. Vermiculite doesn't have the same melting potential. We do actually a salty brine for days where it might be kind of icy. It's like I don't know what's all in the brine, but it's like a salty brine that they put down on the roads. But when it's gonna snow, they actually put rock salt down, and it just helps with the traction and allows us to have better melting capabilities on the roads. But we haven't had to do that. I think they put a little salty brine down last night because they were worried about freezing rain, which didn't happen. But other than that, no. It's very weird. It's very strange that we don't have any snow, and that we haven't had any deep freezes. It concerns me. And see, it's stuff like this. And now this isn't just the first year that this is happening. This is the worst so far. That I can remember. I can't ever remember there being a winter without any snow. Good morning, Robert Burke. How are you today, my friend? But yeah, so people who say that there's no climate change happening clearly do not live in places where you experience 3 or more seasons. If you live in a place where it's only 2 seasons, you're probably not going to notice the climate change like we do here, where we experience 4 very distinct seasons. But yeah, the lack of snow and the lack of cold is very weird, and it's been getting worse and worse with every passing year. It started about 20 years ago, honestly, where the snowfall seemed to drift off in the wintertime and the winter started to get warmer. But it's really within the last 10 years that it's been really warm and really without snow. Well, normally we would get that, Robert, but we haven't. I don't know what's going on. But it's definitely change. So whether it's cyclical or something man-made, there is some sort of change happening right now. And I'm worried. I'm worried about how it's going to affect the farmers because, a lot of people don't realize this, but the snow and the cold are very important for producing good quality soil. The hard freezes kill off a lot of the bad bacteria that are in the ground, and the heating and the cooling of the ground, the expanding and contrasting of the ground is what breaks it up and makes it very rich in minerals, and it's what makes our crops so healthy. And so without the snow and without the cold, here in Wisconsin, our crops may suffer. Not to mention that the lack of snow and the lack of water, rain, or anything that's going on right now is depleting our water table. Luckily, we have a giant lake right next to us that we can, access for water. But man, yeah, a wet spring would definitely help, but it's a combination of all these factors that make our soil so rich here in Wisconsin. And without all the natural climate things going on, I don't know, man. That's when you have to start supplementing the earth with, fertilizers and pesticides and, things that'll kill off bad bacterias. And that's when all that crap gets into the soils. Then we end up eating it. And then we end up getting cancers and sick, and yeah, you know what I mean? It's all just kind of like it's a domino effect when the climate starts changing like this. So I'm going to pray that we get a little bit more snow and cold this winter just to help the farmers out. Because I certainly do not want to be paying $10.50 for a can of beans. You know what I'm saying? So we'll just have to see how it goes, but I'm worried about it. And I feel like guilty for being like, oh, I'm glad it isn't snowing. I feel guilty about that because I do think that every time I go to work and I gotta clean, I'm like, oh, I'm glad it didn't snow. Okay, hang on. Good morning, Melissa. How are you? Yeah, that's true, Robert. Hey, listen, I'm German. I worry. That's what I do. It's my job. Whoa, Nikki! Lots of blue? Oh, yeah. This is Melissa. Melissa and Robert are on. They keep all those trolls at bay for me. Yes, they keep all those trolls at bay for me. Like I get any. Nobody. Am I too nice that like even the trolls feel bad about coming here? Oh no. Yeah, Melissa, right, I know. Nikki, you got a ton of rain out in Cali again, didn't you? I'm too early. Yeah, all the trolls are sleeping. Rick is home from California now. But he said while he was out there, it was raining quite a bit. So I thought, oh, well, they must be getting it in the slabs too. Because you're just over the mountain from where my cousins live. His trip was really good. I know, Jim, right? That's what I was just saying. What the hell is going on? You need rain because your nephew's visiting? Oh, that's neat that your nephew's visiting. Cool. Nikki, do you have any kids? I can't remember. I don't think so, but do you? No kids. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that you had told me that once before, but you know, I've got a brain like a sieve. Yeah, I never wanted any kids either. But I don't begrudge people for having children. Some people are just meant to have kids, like Robert and his beautiful, beautiful little girl. But me, I'd be like letting him run with scissors and smoke and drink Jack Daniels. I would just be a terrible mother. After Christmas, you don't care about snow? Yeah, I guess I kind of have. Usually, I have the same feeling, but I am worried about it for the farmer's sake. Oh, Sarah's on too. Well, good morning to everybody who's here that I can't read your name because I'm driving, but I'm glad you're here. It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. We're growing inside. Wait, what? So did you guys go and watch my explosion video? I actually made it much shorter. I edited. Oh, this guy wants to get in. Come on in, buddy. Come on in. Do you need to get in? Do you need to get in? No? Yes? Guess not. Okay. You gotta go check it out, Melissa. It's of the Bradley Center blowing up in Milwaukee here. Well, not the whole thing, the roof. Mad Mac, good morning. Actually, I can see your name. Nikki is a witch. Is she a good witch or a bad witch? If you piss her off, she's a real badass witch. I'm glad you guys watched. You know, you guys watched it. Those of you who haven't, please go and check it out. It was probably one of the most exciting things I have ever done on this channel. Oh. We saw Metallica there years ago. Wow, cool. Yeah, there's been a lot of. It's weird because it was like it came full circle. It came full circle for me because when I was in college, they were building the Bradley Center, and I was taking photography at the time, and I got a lot of really good pictures of the Bradley Center being built on 3x5 film. You know, so the negatives are huge, and so I'm glad that I have those. Oh, look at I'm blurry. Stop that blurriness already. And now I'm getting to see it taken down, but it also makes me feel a little old. Are you here in my car? Speed! Somebody is leaving. Goodbye. I love you. Oh, Sarah, you're taking off. It was good to see you, Sarah. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. That makes me think of something else, too. Do any of you guys watch the YouTube channel Special Books for Special Kids? It is a channel dedicated to helping people understand different disabilities that are in the world. And, oh, you do? Good. It's a really, really good channel. I highly recommend it. I mean, they cover it may seem a little, cutesy, sugary sweet, maybe for some of you guys, but it's actually really good, and it's really good for, like, if you want to learn something about a specific disability, chances are that channel has covered it. So, and it's all with kids. It's kids and kids expressing what it's like for them to have the disability that they have or the condition that they have. You know, everything from Asperger's syndrome to MS to muscular dystrophy, cerebral palsy, kids who were born very small, like who have like dwarfism. Just it runs the gambit of all different kinds of conditions, and it's fascinating, and it's actually helped me be a lot more open-armed and compassionate to people who have disabilities. I think that I was a little afraid of it, afraid of a lot of the disabilities at first, and but now I'm not. Now I smile and I wave and I say hi to anybody that I see who has a disability and treat them like a human being, because I think that for years I didn't. I think for years I kind of just turned away and ignored them. And I feel crappy about that. It's like you don't see your own mind until you do. You know what I mean? Like you don't realize that you're doing stuff like that until you do realize you're doing stuff like that. And this channel helped me realize that I often do that. I think, well, I don't want to embarrass the person with the disability, so I look away. But in doing that, you're kind of dehumanizing them, you know? And that's not good either. So now I smile and just acknowledge that they're a human being, and I think that that's how I'm going to handle those kinds of things for the rest of my life. And I'm really glad that I got to know that about myself. So I'm going to feel like I won in this life if I can just get through it and leave the world that I come into contact with a little bit better than the way it was when I first encountered it. So that's how I want to be. The whole do unto others thing. Amen, Nikki, right?